What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GmiasWorld, and what we're going to be talking about right now is the 89 overall Journey Master Carson Wentz and the 87 overall Gauntlet Baker Mayfield. Now, I put out a tweet yesterday about, which one you guys prefer. You were supposed to retweet for Baker Mayfield and like for Carson Wentz, and Carson Wentz won overwhelmingly. Now, before you guys that are Brown fans start jumping down my throat, I expected Carson Wentz to win simply because the guy was unbelievable last year, and the last thing that I remembered is that him throwing a touchdown on a torn ACL. That's the last thing I remember. Now, if you want to go out like a champion, that's one way to do it. Right now in training camp, he's looking good, everything like that. QB controversy with him and Nick Foles. I don't know what's going to happen with that. We have to see how it transpires, but let's just talk about his season last year. He was by far one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I do believe he would have won MVP if he did not get hurt. I was saying that during my live podcast, which you can find here on YouTube at GmiasWorld Podcast. Just search it, GmiasWorld Podcast. It'll come up. I'm also available on iTunes, Spotify, and iHeartRadio worldwide. So you guys can get me everywhere. I don't charge for the service. It's all free everywhere. You just got to, follow it, and you'll get it when it comes out. But anyway, let me just explain something to you guys and why I tell you you have to be very, very careful with Madden 19 at launch. They are giving you guys so many different things. And a lot of you guys that are new to the channel are like, yo, bro, it's so much stuff. What's going on? I don't know where to start. You see, that's what happens when a lot of people first come into MUT. And you know what the number one thing that they do is? They start buying packs. So I'm going to tell you right now, that's something that you should not be doing. What I need you guys to do as part of the GmiasWorld fam, even if you're not part of the GmiasWorld fam yet, and you're just thinking about it like, yo, I'm on the fence, do I want to ride with him? Trust me, bro, when you start riding with me, there's no place else to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude's going to understand that you're part of a real team. And what we do together is we move as a unit. So when I say, all right, look, you know what, guys? We're not going to buy packs this week because I don't like what they're going to have in those packs, or the players that are coming out in these packs don't seem, relatively decent for the amount that we're spending on them. We hold off, we grind solos, we go other routes, and we try to figure out other things to do. Look, for the majority of the times, I'm going to give you this heads up. When Randy Moss is, the reason that they have Randy Moss at launch is because they're going to make straight bank. But usually what happens is you see that Randy Moss that's going to be available as far as the legend goes and everything at launch, they're going to have another Randy Moss maybe like a month later. Or probably they'll do the same thing and bring him out with Most Feared Speed in October. And we're going to spend money again. Okay? So the reason that I bring all this stuff up is you can't really go crazy. Even if this is your first year playing MUT with all the cards that they have available, you got to tread lightly. And the reason that I'm talking about these two particular quarterbacks is because they're both Nats. Okay? They're not auctionable. They're not tradable. But they're probably going to be the best case scenario for us at the start. Okay? So which one do you go after first? Do you go after the Journey Master Carson Wentz, who was a higher overall, and he's just better than Baker Mayfield? We're just going to call it what it is. You know what I'm saying? The 89 overall to the 87, he's just outright better. If you look at everything down to awareness, Carson Wentz eats up Baker Mayfield. Now, it's not a knock on Baker Mayfield. It's huge that he even gets a Gauntlet card, if you think about it, because the dude's a rookie. So Carson Wentz has shown last season he can play, so it's not a knock on any of the Browns fans, okay? This is a situation. I don't really care for the Eagles. I have no, you know what I'm saying? I don't care if they win or lose, whatever like that. I like certain players. I like me some Carson Wentz, you know what I'm saying? I really enjoyed watching him play. Would I get him over Baker Mayfield? It depends. You guys have to keep in mind, though, with this year, when you have to unlock MUT levels in order to do certain things, what's going to happen is this, right? A lot of us are going to already jump to level 10. Me, personally, I don't want to jump to level 10 because what happens is if you played Madden 18 and you got to a certain level here, you can unlock it and, just skip through a bunch of solos and, continue your journey in MUT, in Madden 19 when you open it up at launch, right? I'm going to go through all those solos because I'm grinding towards MUT Master, but I'll get to that, the reasoning behind all that in another video. This is the situation, right? Whatever's unlocked first, you're going to be more likely to do. So Journey was always unlocked, right? In the beginning of Madden, this was always unlocked for me. I was always able to play this at launch, okay? I was just doing whatever. I started this out, and I was able to bang him out. It was a bunch of moments. It was very, very easy when compared to the Gauntlet, which I needed a kicker to complete. So I started off with the Journey. Now, the Journey Master Carson Wentz, it would make sense that we would do the journey first, because if the journey is available at a lower MUT level, and say for instance you didn't play Madden 18 and you're like, yo bro, what is all this skipping through stuff? You won't be eligible for a skip because you didn't play Madden 18 and grind it out like a lot of us did. So journey would probably be available to you a little bit after you do the kickoff solos, right? It'll be available to you. So if journey is available first and we go through it, this is what I did for Madden 18, right? I looked through it and I saw like, all right, what do they have? What are the packs? They don't show it to you after you get it right now. All you can see is that there are moments, right? But it showed you the packs that they give you. Now, if you're able to go through all of them, like if they don't have them locked, because sometimes they have them locked and they'll hide the rewards or whatever, and you won't be able to see what packs, whatever, right? You go through each one that you can see and you see which one is worth your time. Okay, so what I mean by worth your time is, okay, if I run through this east to west one right here, right, and you know this one gives me a free gold pack, this one gives me a free elite pack, you look and see what you're gonna get compared to Gauntlet. Okay, but again, if Gauntlet's gonna require a certain level to unlock it. So if you have to, you know, grind your way up to the Gauntlet, whatever is there first is what you're going after. Okay, so it's not about Baker Mayfield being better or Carson Wentz being better, in my opinion. It's about which one we could grind through faster and get it done. Because we got to all be honest, we're going to be going crazy with the solos when the game first comes out. And you know what's amazing? A lot of you guys that never used to play solos, now you're all over solos. You're like, yo, Gmia, you got me into solos. It's not about me getting you into it. It made sense. And sometimes you just need somebody to give you something that's right in your face and logically explain it. That's all I did. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with me like, yo, bro, showing you, you know, all the benefits of it. I just made you see clearly, dog. They give you free ways to get stuff. Everyone loves free. That's the whole point. So if the journey is available before the Gauntlet, which I think it's going to be, we're going to do the journey first. Now, should we still do Baker Mayfield if we get Carson Wentz? Shouldn't we choose another Gauntlet player, maybe one of the corners, the middle linebacker, the D tackle? No, not the D tackle. What should we do with that case? That's going to be very, very interesting because more than likely I would tell you guys to lead towards the cornerback. I think he's a Packer, Green Bay Packer dude, right? Jair or something. I would probably lead towards him, okay, if we do get Carson Wentz, if the journey is available first. And another thing is this, right? Once we start grinding it through, we're going to finish it. We're not jumping from this and going to the Gauntlet like, oh, bro, let's go back and forth. No. We're going to grind through. We're going to get that Carson Wentz. We're going to do it one step at a time because this is what happens. EA right now is playing it like you would play into EA's hands like putty because they're giving you so much, but it's really just a facade. Like they're trying to blind your vision of what actually, you know, what you actually should be doing. Oh, this elite. Oh, this team diamond. Oh, this new set. Focus on one thing at a time. Because by the time you're done that one thing, the other things are going to still be there. There is no rush, bro. Like you could, by the time we do everything we're supposed to do, it won't matter what everybody else is doing. We'll be so far ahead of the game, it doesn't matter. So what, like I said, I'm going to recommend, look, Carson Wentz is the better card. Okay. For you Browns fans out there, you're probably going to try to unlock Gauntlet and then just jump into Gauntlet and get your Baker Mayfield. Whatever you want to do, that's up to you. But the better card by far, everything, the speed, the throw power, you know, throw power by a little bit by +2. It's certain +2s, whatever. But he's still the better card. Now, if the card plays like EA is saying it's going to play, as far as attributes being like really, really serious and being more in-depth this year, which I have to give EA Sports credit. Over the years, they have been able to put more emphasis on certain attributes that make them matter more. All right, certain things. Still with wide receiver speed, trying to get past a DB, they haven't really figured that part out yet as far as like letting your guy run by a guy and not making him wiggle around and just be an idiot. That situation, I'm not sure if it's still available and still going on actively inside, you know, Madden 19. I haven't really got in-depth footage of it as of yet, so I have to wait and reserve judgment on that. But all in all, if Carson Wentz is the better card, there is no reason not to get him. There is no reason to waste your elite tokens on Baker Mayfield. And when I say waste, that's what you would be doing. Because realistically, if you don't need him early on, don't waste it on him. Remember, they're going to continuously update newer Gauntlet cards and stuff like that, so you don't have to waste it at the launch. Okay, just be very, very aware of that. I don't want you guys to think that, oh, bro, if I don't use it, I'm going to lose it. No, they're going to continue to put out more and more every single time, every single month or whatever, however they do it, so you'll have other options as it goes along. Okay, don't really rush into it. Just take your time. Other than that, I think basically what we're going to have to do is this. We're going to have to more or less focus on the fact that we really need to be able to determine if throw power, what's the meta of throw power? Is it worth it for us to get the 90 with Carson Wentz or just the 88 that Baker Mayfield has? Like, what's the meta? What's the real deal? That's what we should be looking for. Not all of the promos and, oh, this card and that card, let's buy packs, let me not pay my mortgage. No. Stop listening into everything that's, look, go 0 dark 30 like LeBron James, bro. Focus in on one thing, get that one thing done, and then we go from there, okay? So in my opinion, this is what we're doing. If it's easier to get the journey, if the journey is available before Gauntlet and we have to unlock Gauntlet later, we run through and we get Wentz, okay? We don't use our tokens on Baker Mayfield because they're both Nats. So why are we just running around with Nat quarterbacks? Doesn't make any sense. So if you're a Browns fan and you die hard and you're like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and unlock it. I'm going to get off of this journey. I'm going to go to Gauntlet and I'm going to get the Baker Mayfield. God bless you, bruh. But the better quarterback in the game at launch is going to be Baker Mayfield. I mean, is going to be Carson Wentz. Excuse me. I don't know why. Maybe I'm a Browns fan in another life. Okay? Just because he's the better quarterback statistically doesn't mean he's going to play better. Okay? So if it comes down to it where we figure out that based on the way that they play, you know what I'm saying, that it doesn't really matter, maybe we put the Nat Carson Wentz Journey Master into a set. Because that's what I did with Devontae Adams, who was the Journey Master this year. I put him in the set. That guy sucked for Madden 18. So we could probably put Carson Wentz into a set to do something else if it turns out that Baker Mayfield actually plays better than him. But if everything is going according to plan, the way that EA has said the stats and everything like that's going to matter, like for instance, let's look at Lamar Jackson Golden Ticket. This doesn't make any sense because he has a throw accuracy deep in 95 and he overthrows the ball almost every play. So these things don't matter, but that's due to different patches because they didn't throw the ball this inaccurately before the last couple patches. And that all happened because they were trying to patch target passing, which in turn changed the way that the mechanics of the game was forever. Okay? So if EA stays away from that situation and they build differently, theoretically speaking, Carson Wentz would be the better card. Okay? So that's what we would go for. Only if Journey is unlocked prior to Gauntlet, which I believe it is. If you have any other questions about which quarterback, why would I choose Carson? Like I just explained to you why I would, just based on which one opens up earlier. Leave it in the comment section, and you guys can go ahead and you guys have been doing a very good job of talking to each other and figuring things out together in the comment section. There hasn't been a lot of disrespect. If there has been, we've taken care of those individuals, and we've kept it pretty good. I appreciate you guys for doing that for me. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love.